Hello, students. Today we will discuss the remaining part of the short story titled The Gift of Magi, written by O.Henry. Students, yesterday we discussed that the story moves around the young couple named Jim and Ella. They love each other. Both of them want to give beautiful gifts or presents to each other on the eve of Christmas. But the problem is that they don't have that much money with which they can buy gifts for each other. So, Della, in order to buy a beautiful gift, a golden chain for the watch of Jim, which was given to him by his grandfather, she sells her hair. She sells her beautiful hair. So she sells her hair in $20, and let us continue the story which we discussed yesterday. Upon reaching their flat, Della begins to worry that Jim might not find her attractive without her hair, so she spends the rest of the evening trying to make it as presentable as possible. Upon reaching their flat, after selling her hair and buying a gift for her husband Jim, Della reaches at her home. Then she begins to worry that her husband Jim might not find her attractive or beautiful without her hair. She then begins preparing dinner. She then involves into her household works. Jim comes home right on schedule, and as soon as sees Della without her long beautiful hair, he stops in shock. At evening, Jim comes home, but as soon as he sees his wife Della without her long and beautiful hair, he stops in shock. He is shocked to see her without her long and beautiful hair. Della doesn't know what to make of his reaction. He isn't angry or sad or disgusted, just sort of surprised and confused. Della doesn't know that what kind of reaction is of Jim, because he isn't looking angry or sad or disgusting on seeing her, noticing her without her hair, but his feeling was just a sort of surprise or confusion. When she questions him, he hands her a gift and tells her that it is his Christmas present to her, and that she will understand his reaction once she sees it. When she asks him that what does he feel after looking at her without hair, he hands her a gift and tells her that he has brought a Christmas gift for her, and asked her to open it and see it, and says that after seeing it mm, she will herself know, or she will be able to understand his reaction. She opens it and sees that it contains a set of poems that she had been yearning for ever seen since she had seen them in a Broadway window. When she opens it, what does she sees in what does she see in it? There was a set of beautiful poems that she had been yearning forever since she had seen them in a Broadway window in market. He had bought her a gift to go with her beautiful hair, and now she had no hair to put them in. But the gift brought by Jim for Della was of no use because she has already sold her beautiful hair. Then Della remembers her gift for Jim and gives it to him to cheer him up. After seeing her present brought for her by Jim, she remembers her gift which she has brought for Jim. She gives that gift to Jim to make him happy, but it doesn't. Jim tells her that in order to get enough money to buy the comps, he had to sell his watch. But the gift bought by Della for Jim is also of no use because in order to get enough money to buy the gift of beautiful combs for Della, Jim had sold his watch. Then Jim smiles and says that they should keep the gifts to remind themselves just how much they love one another. At, at this, Jim smiles and says that they should keep their gifts carefully and their gifts will remind them in future that they have that how much they love one another. The story ends with the storyteller comparing Jim and Della's gifts to the gifts of the Magi, the three wise men who are said to have brought the first Christmas gifts to the baby Jesus. The story ends with the story. O.Henry, at the end of the story, compares the gift of Jim and Della for one another to the gifts of the Magi. Magi means the three wise men who brought the very first Christmas gifts for Jesus, for the baby Jesus Christ. We are told that even though the main characters would seem to be very foolish as they gave up their most valuable possessions and were left with completely useless items, it is it, there is no doubt that the presents brought by Jim and Della for one another are of no use, but their love for one another was valuable or important than the gifts. Therefore, the story of the gift of the Magi definitely displays powerful themes of love through the love of the young couple Jim and Della for each other, their sacrifice, how they sacrifice their most precious possessions to buy gifts for each other, and the concept of true value and worth. This has helped make it the timeless classic it has come to be. Because of such themes, such great themes, the story was a timeless classic of that time. Thank you. Thank you very much.